Hi and welcome back to the first YouTube preview for this year actually.
Last year.
Since
last year.
Yeah. We're going to preview the Telegraph handicap later on. Let's just look back at last week's ride of the week, I thought it was, with ring-a-ding King Man Mickey Coleman, ride on Miss Sharapova. Everyone was talking up bone of contention, but we were quite keen on Miss Sharapova to, it's that name. Look at that woman, keeps on putting me off.
Yeah, well, look how bloody hot she is.
Oh, she's playing well.
Yeah.
He trekked bone of contention all the way and came into the race at the perfect time. Just go right here on TV. I don't know if you can see it too well, but we'll just play it on here. There he is, just tracking in bone of contention there. Speed it up a wee bit.
Look at Coleman, just made good ride.
And the funny thing was, he never used the whip once on Miss Sharapova. James is busy as hell on bone of contention, but Miss Sharapova just got ahead in front, kept on going, and she's going to be a handy stayer as time goes on.
I see they actually put in a late nomination for Wellington Cup, but decided not to go there.
Yeah, fair enough. Might just bottom her out too much, but she looks good.
Got the Avondale Cup coming up and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's plenty to come on up.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go into the Telegraph and then talk about a few Aussie things. There's a couple of good horses racing over an Aussie coming up soon, so we'll touch on that shortly. The JR and N Burkett Telegraph Handicap. Famous name. They're good on. Good sponsorship idea there.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, from it was a good idea. So good on them. Something new and innovative, so well done.
We could have the Form Pro Telegraph next year.
Oh, you never know. Right, let's have a look. I've got on top, let's look at the speed in the race first of all. Copeline should lead, shouldn't he?
Well, you think so, yeah. Yeah, like it's notoriously slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after a couple of strides, it just goes whiz bang.
Yeah.
So,
Solaris has got to be up there, but I'm thinking they won't go hell for leather and try and take on Cooper Line. They'll take a sit and try and relax. And even though the Swift Alliance and First Command have drawn wide, they've both got the early pace, haven't they? Would you agree with that?
First Command will definitely come across. It's got no choice. It's a front runner.
Yeah.
Wins most of its races in Australia from the front.
Yeah.
So
the thing is, we've got Cooper Line in front, Solaris on her outside initially,
on
his outside initially, and then Swift Alliance inside First Command. So Swift Alliance will come across, probably sit second outer, and First Command's either going to sit 3 wide with cover or 3 wide in the open, or press forward and sit second outer. So I think either way he's going to be able to get
and then you've got Katie Lee basically sitting 4th outer.
No, I reckon I'd make her 10th or worse.
Did you?
1200 metres. I don't think she's got the pace to.
In the first 200 metres?
On the first. Look on the Oaks, she had trouble keeping up in the Oaks.
Okay.
Further distance. So I think she's going to be 10th or worse, which places her in trouble.
It does. It really does.
Now the first 400 metres is going to be pretty fast, I reckon, because they're coming across wide. And once they settle down, after 400 metres from there until the start of the straight, it's going to depend on what they do as to the result of the race. I reckon they might button off a bit. What do you reckon?
Well, with Solaris, he's got no choice, has he?
Well, they'll take a sit with Solaris, and Swift Alliance will be second out, I reckon.
I think Cooper Line, it's pretty much a Monty that'll go to the front, and I can see Solaris screaming across because they can't sit back on it, can they?
Well, Solaris, they'll take a sit. They're trying to get a can relax. Swift Alliance will come across, as I said before. First Command will be there. Yeah. I reckon they'll find their first 5 or 6 positions, and they'll just sit. They won't go hell for leather. They'll sit, and that could set it up for the front runners. The first half doesn't. Anything is going to have to be super good to beat them.
What does Mufasa do from 19?
I can't see him winning, so forget him. I just can't see him winning.
Okay.
Right. So we've got, I reckon, First Command. He ran, let's look at his last race first of all. That was a great race, wasn't it?
First Command?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, very, very good one, yeah.
He worked from the outside gate. He sat second outer. Now, I think on the outside of him, 3 wide was niggling at him. They ran the first 600 metres in 33.93, which is going. This is a Caulfield. And they came home off the front in 34.45 for an overall race time of 108.4, just a tick under.
And First Command was, on the turn, was cruising. Was absolutely bolting.
Yeah.
Hadn't been touched, cruised up to the leaders, and held on strongly to win.
I had a look. I thought, well, he kicked about a length and a half clear. And I thought he was under the bat. I thought, well, this will be interesting to see how he finds the line. But he held on strong. They weren't taking much ground off him at the end, and that's about 0.5 of a second off the track record there.
Yeah.
By Miss Andrews.
And that's a good time at Caulfield.
Yeah. So I'll ask you this question. Which horse, now first of all, a time of 108.4 in Australia is equivalent to 106.5 down the chute
Is that
here.
right? Yeah.
You take off half a second because the Aussies start from the start of triggering the button, and I deduct 1.2 seconds for the chute times down there.
Yeah.
Okay. So which horse in that race could go 106.5?
New Zealand horse?
Hmm.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first command's on top for that reason for me.
You're probably
Too fast.
the only horse who could get close to that would be Cooper Line at her very best on a rock hard dry track could go 1.7.
But it's dead 6, so
Yeah,
it could be
yeah,
stuck.
it's
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's not a good track already, but
It's going to take out a lot of horses.
yeah, it's sort of overcast, cloudy day forecast. So
So basically nothing could go 106.5
No,
in this field
no.
except the
yeah.
Aussies.
Well, let's say it's a dead 4, dead 5 track.
Yeah.
What's first command like on a dead track?
4 starts for 4 wins.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah. Swift Alliance.
Yeah.
4 starts for 3 wins in the
Yeah.
second.
So the Aussies just look too good to me.
Swift Alliance second in, or one or second in a group race at Flemington
Yeah.
down the straight. So
Yeah.
there's just
And that one last start was great, wasn't it? Swift Alliance.
King Commander.
Yeah.
Well, King Commander went out in about 32 seconds for a first 600, something like that. If it's ridiculously fast,
Was it?
yeah. Swift Alliance was 60.5 kilos, was chasing it, led the field up, hit the lead at the 200, and then just bolted clear.
Yeah.
And everything else was gasping for air behind it. King Commander actually held on for second.
Yeah, it's good
That's how
time.
fast it
Yeah,
went.
yeah.
So, you know, and you've got the gay touch, and she ain't bought Nashwater over here for a holiday. So
So it's hard to see the Aussies getting beaten.
it's a Monty.
You reckon?
It is really
Swift
a Monty.
Alliance?
Yeah, it's with the Lions.
The
$4.
big first command.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
reckon?
If you rated on the scale of sprinters in Australia, you've obviously got Black Caviar, Haylist,
Yeah.
Hortensia
Yeah.
as your genuine Group 1
Yeah.
sprinters.
Yeah.
They are just below that.
That's right. Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
and
what
then,
here, aren't they?
and then you take one of these New Zealand sprinters over to a race like that. I mean, they just run nowhere.
Mm.
So yeah, I'd rate those two. And Monton, I'd rate. I like him better on this course
Yeah.
because there's hardly a bend on it, so he'll go well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like they say, it's more like a 1400. So I expect Monton to be running home, but I just don't know whether he's fast enough to
Yeah.
catch.
I was disappointed with his run at Ellerslie.
Yeah, he got checked, but
Yeah, but he checked when he was battling when he got checked.
Yeah.
I had a good look. You know,
Yeah.
I did the review of that race and he got checked, but he was battling when he did that.
and Tim Martin did say that he was you know he had him exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was no.
Yeah.
And uses this morning that I read that Gay is Swift Alliance has travelled beautifully over.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so one of those two are going on. I'm pumping for first command. I think he's coming out at the peak of his form. The track conditions won't worry him. A dead track. And I think $8.50 drifted out from $6 because of that draw. But I can't.
I think the draw. It doesn't matter the draw. It's got enough speed to get across.
That's
so
right. Work its way out to cross, and I
Yeah.
think it's going to be.
It can sit 3 wide and still win
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
If you can get him 3 wide with cover,
Mm.
that would be the perfect place for him.
According to today's Dominion Post, Lee Friedman has planned this for 6 months with First Command.
Is that right?
Yeah, the
Wow.
owner is flying back from Aussie and catching 4 airplanes just to get there because he's that confident on First Command.
Right, yeah, I better back him. $8.50. Probably get more on the total.
I think it will. I think they'll smash Swift Alliance late.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they'll drift out.
Yeah.
If you can get $4 now for Swift Alliance, grab it because I think it'll close about $2.60, $2.70. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well I'm going first command on top. Swift Alliance for second. For third I put in Cope Line, but I'm not too sure with that track condition now.
Right. If
It's going to be dead, you couldn't.
yeah, it's
just-
got to be rock hard for
Yeah.
Cooper Line.
Yeah.
So,
What I do like is I think Pinsoir maps to be about 3 back in the fence.
Mhm.
And he's going to be a nice one at good odds. So I'll cross out Cooper Line, I'll put in 12 Pinsoir because of that dead track. And he was unlucky in the railway.
Can that improve that much, the Trentham track?
Well, there's cloud, you see. Depends on that sun and wind, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it will improve to its
Forecast tomorrow is all right, eh? Is he?
Yeah, it's cloudy. It's going to be cloudy.
Yeah.
Cloud both today and tomorrow. So
Alright.
just have to wait and see on that one. But and Venusti.
So your top 4 is
2 First Command, 1 Swift Alliance, 12 Pinsoir, and 6 Venusti after his win last year. And the track conditions will be very similar. And he's going to get
well,
back
last
on
year
the
was
other.
heavy. Wasn't it?
No, I was there. It was a bit of a good day. On the inside was cutting out a wee bit. It was on
Oh,
the
I
top
thought
stand.
I thought it rained all morning.
No, it was just good to dead track.
Okay.
But if I need to keep flashing home for a third or fourth, what are your four?
Well, Swift Alliance just wins. I think it's just a class. It'll be a class above.
Okay, so what?
Second, First Command.
Yeah.
Third, Atapi.
Yeah, unlucky.
If ever a horse seems to win a Group 1, it's Atapi. How many times has this horse been unlucky?
Well, if they do go hard up front, right to the turn, he could do it. That 9-year-old beating two good Aussies, I don't know. But yeah, if they do go hard, he could do it.
And for fourth, Eileen Dubb, drawn to 7 behind with pace, and
Yep.
Michelle Payne on it. So good, very good place. So I think it'd be paying probably $7 or $8 for a place. Eileen Dubb.
Could be too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's got drawn beautifully. It's top form. Finnegan knows how to train him.
Yep.
Goes well on the track. So
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
No,
so,
I don't. Yeah, and honestly, I just 59.5. It carried 60 last time against better sprinters than this, and still donkey licked them. So
First Command.
yeah, no, switch the
Oh
lines.
yeah.
It actually drops half a kilo for a group win over in bloody.
Yeah, First Command was 6 kgs over the minimum last start. And won well.
Mm.
Now he's 7.5 over the minimum. So, but against probably a weaker field, I feel. Well, I'd say weaker field. We'll soon find out tomorrow, but they just look too good, the Aussies. I mean,
Do you give Monton any chance?
one time, no.
Nothing.
Tricky one. Anyway, anything in Aussie worth? Well, actually, come out in March, big carnival in Melbourne.
Oh, I just read a report that Peter Moody with Typhoon Tracy, she's back flying. One of my favourite horses of all time. They've finally given up the idea that she can stay.
About time, isn't it?
You think?
Wasn't rocket
Yeah,
science.
it never was. It's just a printing machine. You've got we can say it now on the betting market. It's $11.
$11, yeah.
It's for
For
the
the
Australian guineas.
Yeah.
Good chance. If she can grow, if she's grown a little bit and
She's
strengthened up a bit,
Yeah.
she'd be a good chance in that.
Looking forward to that race.
And basically, the Melbourne Carnival starts on the 28th, which is like next week. So just very, very exciting racing coming up.
Yeah.
Gay and all this Melbourne, Sydney stables coming down. There's there's just a lot of group racing coming up in Australia in the next 3 months.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
And a few good meetings coming up in New Zealand as well, leading up to the Auckland Cup Carnival, and with the Oaks in between, and Thundern Mile next week. So some good racing coming over on
And
our
then
shores.
Te Rapa meeting, the
Yeah.
Lion Brown Sprint and all
so,
that sort of thing.
and great racing. So
Yeah. So still put the Lion Brown Sprint? You're not allowed to do that now, are you?
I don't know.
In this PC world we live in.
Yeah. Well, Canada draft sprint, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We'll soon we got out. Okay, so hopefully we can make some money off the Telegraph tomorrow with that preview, and I'll be going through all the form today for the Kiwi races tomorrow, and you've got some sorted out for Australia tomorrow.
I've got one for Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday in Tasmania of all
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
It is Monty. All right, so it just wins. So you've got to get on early, but in
Yeah.
through multis, but it is a very, very good chance.
Bookie should have fixed odds in that race too, I think. So
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
It's over. Yeah. Okay, well have a great weekend of punting, and good luck.